Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Check, 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 check. 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 Alright guys, welcome to the stream. Today we'll be looking at live streaming for the 2024 Score San Felipe 250. Right now we're looking at live tracking, and it looks to be Toby Price is actually in the lead, going 76 miles an hour at route mile 80.5. 120 miles till he's at check 1. After that we have Alan Impudia, who started first. Then we have Tavo, Luke, Justin Lofton, Bryce Menzies. Looks like Bryce Menzies at 65, so he must have had an issue if he started second. Mike Walser, Brock Dickerson, Dan McMillan, and who's the other one? Rolf Helland. Jack Olagus, Eric Husted, Greg Adler, Cameron Steele, and Tracy Graff. Justin Bean Smith is actually the driver of record right now because Tracy Graff could not make it down. Then Tracy Poole. Then Tavo Sr., Mikey Lawrence. David Payne, looks like his tracker says he's off the track. Maybe he pulled off. Not sure. Kevin Thompson, Harley Letner at mile marker 50. They fell behind a little bit. Dave Taylor off the track. Christopher Povardi off the track. I think this is pit. Yep, this is pit right here. It's right on the highway. So Povardi started in 6th place or 5th place, and now he is top 15, top 12 because he pulled off in the pit. Same for Dave Taylor and David Payne. Dallas Luttrell catching up. Tim Herbst, Chad Broughton, Robert Romo Jr., Rob McCachran in the fastball racing truck. He has already passed some people. Cody Reed is leading for the Class 1s, but it does say let's see. So Toby Price is your leader. It looks like we do have a lead change here, actually. It does say Luke McMillan is in second now, and Mike Walser is in the lead. I don't know how that happened. It said Mike Walser was in about 10th on time. Oh, here we go. Toby Price is still your leader. Toby Price looks like he's off the trail. 0 minutes ago, he's going 87 miles an hour, so that could just be. Alan Ampudia still in second, with Mike Walser in third, which is very surprising because he started, I believe, 8th or 9th. Then Luke McMillan, rounding out your top 4. Justin Lofton is in 5th, Bryce Menzies 6th, Chavo 7th. Rolf Helland is your leader for Trophy Truck Legends. Then Dan McMillan, Jack Olagus, Cameron Steele, Tracy Graff, Greg Adler, Eric Husted, Brock Dickerson, Viltavo Sr., Mikey Lawrence, Okay, if we look at Kevin Thompson in the Mason truck, the number 70, it says he's idle. 32 minutes ago is last time his tracker was updated, and that was at mile 50. So 32 minutes ago, if his tracker is not working and he's still on race pace, he should be somewhere up here. Okay, we refreshed, and Toby Price is going almost 100 miles an hour here at mile marker 100. With Mike Walser in second and Justin Lofton right behind him. Luke McMillan is still yet for his tracker to update. Same with Bryce Menzies. Same with Tavo. So I'm assuming these three right here, all these three Mason trucks, Bryce Menzies being last year's champion, are all probably somewhere ahead of Lofton and Walser, but their trackers haven't updated. If we look at the elevation changes, right off the start, around mile marker, mile marker 18, 17, if we look on the bottom left of the screen, it does say, here's where the 10 cars are. All the 10 cars are all together at mile marker 18 at a 1,000 feet elevation from where the start happened. We have some. Okay, our fastest. Somebody asked for our fastest 6100 truck. If we go over here, EJ Herbst. EJ Herbst looks like to be the leader, with Thor Herbst right behind him. Then Justin Davis, then Cade Garcia and Jordan Brenthal, which I think Abdali Lopez is driving for Jordan Brenthal. Then Jason McNeil, then Creel, then Tim Wilson with the WFO truck, then Stephen Beal, Bryce Swaim, and then Chase Swanson. We're going to refresh the vehicle locations. See how much has changed. Toby Price should be about here. Oh. Okay. We have a lead change. Alan Ampudia is in the lead, going 91 miles an hour at race mile 100. The person who started first. He is in the lead at race mile 105. Toby Price has overtaken Bryce Menzies at mile marker 103. He's going 120 miles an hour. This is one of the fastest parts of the course. Over here at mile marker 103. Also at mile marker, what is this? 287. No. Somebody asked for our lead bike. It's Adrian Ortiz, then Austin Eddy, then our champion Juan Carlos Salvatierra, then Arturo Salas, then Fernando Beltran, and then Eric Holt. If we go back and refresh, we'll see if Bryce Menzies, Luke McMillan, and Tavo's trackers updated. It looks like they haven't. So Tavo's tracker hasn't updated in 15 minutes. Bryce and Luke's haven't updated in 10 minutes. So look at that. Brock Dickerson is your first two-wheel drive trophy truck in his brand new Alumnicraft build, the Fox Shocks build, and he is your lead two-wheel drive, catching up to Dan McMillan, who did not get the best start because he did crash in qualifying. But Brock Dickerson is also ahead of Cameron Steele, looks to be the second two-wheel drive truck. And then Jack Olagus. And then Greg Adler. And then Mikey Lawrence. Somebody's asking for the 10 cars. Ten cars. Let's find 10 cars. Right here. It should be Bruce Yee, then Caesar in the 1011, and then Stan Potter in the 1006, rounding out your top three. Right behind him is Dale Eberts, then Ted Baker, Jason Shipman, Cesar Fiscal, here we have our lead UTV driver, Brandon Sims, in the 1886. Brandon Sims, always rooting for him. He is currently leading with Mike Caffro right behind him. Then Jake Woodruff in a 10 car, Francisco Vera in a 10 car, and then Brock Hager with the new Gen 2 Polaris Factory Racing. After that, it looks to be Oscar Alvarez and then Elliot Watson. Then Wayne Matlock, Ryan Laidlaw, Gabe Matthews, Mike Pratt, Max Eddy Jr., Kristen Matlock, Justin Lambert. It shows on the highway, so that is either incorrect or he's out of the race, but we're not sure yet. Vito Ranuo in the 1825 at race mile 10. Brandon Walsh, race mile 10 right behind him. Craig Scanlon. Caden McCachran is in second for the Polaris Factory Racing team. Then Roger Norman is actually racing a UTV. Rodriguez, Donovan White, Patrick Stone, Paul Barnhart Jr., Here we have our lead unlimited UTV class, Matt Burrows, at mile marker 7, with Phil Blurton right behind him, Mark Brunette, Vela, Jose Juarez, Adrian Garcia, Okay, let's refresh vehicle locations and look back at the lead trucks. Remember, guys, make sure if you ever want to chat, ask me who the lead trucks are. I'm always here. It looks like Alan Impudia's hasn't updated in 4 minutes, but Toby Price has, so that is most likely incorrect. Christopher Polvardi's tracker is currently working. What up, James? You looking for anybody in particular? It looks like Alan Pudia's tracker is not working. It's 4 minutes behind. Christopher Pavaldi just updated, and he's currently in 3rd on time, but nothing's ever official on here because most people's trackers stop working. Thank you, James. After Pavardi is Mike Walsher in 4th in the Mason truck. After that, Dan McMillan, Justin Loftons hasn't updated in 9 minutes. Brock Dickerson is chasing down Dan in the first 2-wheel drive truck. Where's Toby? Toby Price, it says he's in the lead 1 minute ago. If we refresh. Waiting for it to refresh. Toby should still be in the lead. Yes, he is in the lead at mile marker 116, going 120 miles an hour. But also, look at this. Alan Pudia hasn't updated in 5 minutes. So, physically, I would feel that Alan is probably still in the lead. And look at, they're about to go through the dry lake bed of Laguna Salada. They're going to be about... No problem. Let's see. Let's refresh. Still says Toby Price is up here. Allen's hasn't updated in 6 minutes. What about Bryce Menzies? Okay, Luke McMillan's tracker is not working. It hasn't worked in 17 minutes. Same for Bryce Menzies. So I would assume if their tracker was working, they'd be right up here with Toby Price, probably in the mile marker 115 area, because Toby Price started 3rd with Bryce starting 2nd, and Allen is probably ahead of Toby still, but we don't know because it doesn't look like it's going to refresh again here. We'll see what happens. Is anybody looking for a certain racer or class leader? So Toby Price, mile marker 121. Here we go. Luke McMillan has updated. Luke McMillan is currently in 2nd place at mile marker 110 on time. Alan Impudia still hasn't updated. Christopher Polvardi updated 2 minutes ago. So him and Luke are probably very close on time. Justin Lofton finally updated. He is close behind. Mike Walser still hasn't updated. Bryce Menzies has officially updated. Looks like he must have stopped because he's at mile marker 100 and his tracker is currently working right now. And he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 7th on course. Dan McMillan, Brock Dickerson, still your leader in 2-wheel drive, chasing him down. Then we have Cameron Steele and Eric Husted. Eric Husted should pass him with the 4-wheel drive. He has the Dugan's racing engine putting him to the ground. Tracy Graff, Justin Bean Smith is actually driving for him. Okay, it looks like Dan is pulling away from Brock, obviously. Dan, much more driving experience, and the brand new all-wheel drive Mason with the Monster Energy Unleashed sponsor on the side. Brock Dickerson at race mile 84, he's your first leader for two-wheel drives. Then Tavo Sr. is your first Legends truck. Tracy Graff, Justin Bean Smith is in that truck. He is ahead of Cameron Steele and Eric Husted. And then after that, Tracy Poole from Boozman, Montana at race mile 80 in the two-wheel drive Geyser truck. So from looking on time, it looks like our two-wheel drive trucks on average are about always 5 miles behind the truck in front of them. Let's look back at Toby, see where he's at. Here we go. Alan and Pootie's tracker is working now. 0 minutes. He is still ahead of Toby now at race mile 128. Toby's 4 miles behind him. So Alan and Pootie is pulling away. They started with, I believe, 30-second intervals, and they are currently past that. So he's definitely pulling away from Toby Price. Luke McMillan, 2 minutes ago, is ahead of Polvardi still. Justin Lofton updated. He's at 104 right now, about to hit mile marker 105. Bryce Menzies updated. He's going 127 miles an hour. You can tell Bryce is trying to get back up there. Something must have happened, or his tracker is still slightly malfunctioning. Mike Walser hasn't updated in a while. He's probably still ahead of Bryce. Let's look at the update. It looks like, now that we've updated, Alan Impudia is at race mile 128 with Toby Price at 126. Alan Impudia still isn't updated, so he's probably somewhere around right here right now. And right here, they're leaving the dry lake bed. It is still pretty silty over here, and it's going to get tight over here in these little switchbacks, and then 130, look how fast this is. They're going to be going 110 plus miles an hour. Right here, they'll be hitting 130 at about mile marker 136.5. Waiting for it to refresh. Alan Pudia raced mile 129 now, and Toby Price 127. So it looks like Alan Pudia is perfectly 2 miles ahead of Toby Price, so they're battling out. He's definitely in Alan's dust with Luke McMillan with the Monster Energy truck 4 minutes ago hasn't updated, so he should be somewhere entering the dry lake bed right now. With Polvardi still not updating, he could actually be in front of Luke McMillan. Justin Lofton's tracker hasn't updated. Bryce Menzies hasn't updated. Walser hasn't updated. Dan McMillan's hasn't updated either. Tavo Sr. is pushing mile marker 90. Here we have a change in pace. Brock Dickerson is at mile marker 90 right now. It updated 2 minutes ago, with Tracy Graff behind him at 89. Dan McMillan hasn't updated, and Tavo Vildosola Sr. at race mile 88. So Brock Dickerson has overtaken a Mason all-wheel drive truck with, I believe it was either Ricky Johnson or Larry Rosser that's driving with Tavo Sr. right now. Tracy Poole at 85.6 from Montana. Cameron Steele and Eric Hughes said their trackers both haven't updated. I would assume they're by Dan McMillan right now. it's updating. Let's see if anything changes here. Dave Taylor. Looks like Greg Adler updated, and he is now right behind Tracy Poole. Then we have Rolf Helland, Mikey Lawrence, and Jack Olgus close together. So we have a battle between Geyser and Herbst right there in the two-wheel drive trucks. Tavo hasn't updated in 30 minutes. I would probably guess Tavo is close to Walser, Menzies, and Lofton right now, but he hasn't updated in over 30 minutes. So for all we know, Tavo could actually have the lead right now. Tim Herbst behind him. Somebody said they want to know the lead UTV. Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Let's see here. Look for the first 18 car, which is the Turbo UTV. Brock Hager is your leader in the UTV class, with Brandon Sims right behind him. They're both 0.2 miles behind each other. Mike Haffro behind them, Wayne Matlock, Elliot Watson, Vito, Oscar Alvarez, Gabe Matthews, Max Eddy Jr. at 22, Mike Pratt at 22. Justin Lambert is back on course at mile marker 22.1. Caden McCachran with the new Gen 2 Polaris Pro R factory team. He's at race mile 21.7 with Kristen Matlock at the same place. Craig Scallion, Roger Norman. Where is our lead unlimited UTV? Phil Blurton and Mark Burnett. It updated. Phil Blurton is in front of Mark Burnett, a mile ahead of him, going 43 miles an hour, right behind Patrick Stone and Brandon Walsh. After that, in the unlimited, Matt Burrows has fell from first to fourth at race mile 15. Let's check back with the lead trophy trucks. Here we go. Alan Apudia has not updated in 4 minutes, which means Toby Price on time technically has the lead, but that is incorrect most likely because Alan has not updated. Christopher Pulivardi, 1 minute ago, he was in the dry lake bed at 125 in Laguna Salada. Luke McMillan hasn't updated in 8 minutes. Justin Lofton hasn't updated in 8 minutes. Bryce Menzies hasn't updated in 8 minutes. Mike Walser hasn't updated in 12 minutes. Brock Dickerson is pushing mile marker 100. He's at 98.2 going 100 miles an hour in that two-wheel drive Fox Shocks Alumnicraft truck. Tracy Graff, Eric Husted has finally updated. He's ahead of Tavo Sr. Dan McMillan has not updated. Greg Adler has not updated. Cameron Steele has also not updated. So we don't fully know where each person is because most people are not updating. Tim Herbst looks to be in the top 5 or 6 of the two-wheel drive trucks and top 12 overall. Refreshing. Tavo has updated his tracker, and he is currently at mile marker 127, leaving Lagundo Salada, right behind Polvardi. Alan Pudia has not updated, and Toby Price is pulling away from the rest of the field. Alan Pudia has not updated, like I said, in 6 minutes now, so he is actually probably still close to Toby Price, if not ahead of him. And what's funny is both the McMillans, Bryce, and Mike Walser, all top Mason four-wheel drive truck runners, are not working. Same as Justin Lofton. I will be right back, guys. I'll leave the stream on. I will go get a drink. Alright, guys. With updates, I am looking at Toby Price still in the lead at 138. Luke McMillan has updated. He is second on time right now. Alan Apudi has not updated. Polvardi hasn't updated. And Tavo has updated in a little bit. Justin Lofton still hasn't updated. Same as Bryce Menzies or Mike Walser. Brock Dickerson 2 minutes ago was at 99. Cameron Steele is actually closing in on Brock Dickerson. From looks of it, actually, whoa. Cameron Steele is mile marker 100, about to enter Laguna Salada, going 126 miles an hour ahead of Brock Dickerson, but Brock Dickerson has not updated. So I'm not sure what's happening there. We should be refreshing. Oh, Alan Impudia has updated his tracker. He is ahead of Toby Price at mile marker 143.1 and 141. So he's 2 miles ahead of Toby Price still. Mike Walser has finally updated after 15 minutes and is looking at third. But he's also a mile ahead of Luke, but Luke hasn't updated in 2 minutes. Tavo hasn't updated in 2 minutes. Justin Lofton finally updated, and he is in fifth. Polvardi hasn't updated. Bryce Menzies still has yet to update too. Jack August has passed Brock Dickerson on time, but Brock Dickerson has not updated, so we're not sure. We're not fully sure where everybody is with them not being able to. Christopher Polvardi has updated again, and he is in third with Mike Walser right behind him. Luke McMillan 3 minutes ago. Justin Lofton 0 minutes ago ahead of Tavo at mile marker 130.3. We're having issues right now with live streaming, closing and opening. Okay, we're back. And it looks to be Alan and Pudia still in the lead. 1 minute ago, he updated. Toby Price, 0 minutes ago, still about 2 miles behind him. Christopher Polvardi at 190 or 137, in third place, rounding out top three. Tavo is updated. He's in fourth. Mike Walser updated. He's in fifth. Kevin Thompson updated after 30 minutes of being down, and he is currently sixth on time. Justin Lofton right behind him. Luke McMillan hasn't updated. Brock Dickerson finally updated again, and he is your lead. He's your lead two-wheel drive truck, with Tavo Sr. being your lead legend truck. 31A. He is active, going 49 miles an hour. The 31A is at mile marker 265, going 50 miles an hour, with Francisco Septine right in front of him. It looks like he is third in his class right now for the A class. Now let's update again. Toby Price 1 minute ago was ahead of Ampudia, who still hasn't updated. So Alan Ampudia's tracker, same for Justin Lofton and Polvardi, updates about every 5 minutes. Yeah, no problem, Extreme. It looks to be Bryce Menzies' tracker has updated, and he is mile marker 132. He is behind Mike Walser, Tavo, Kevin Thompson, and Justin Lofton. Polvardi, Ampudia, and Tobias. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's eighth right now. Justin Lofton has overtook Kevin Thompson. Polvardi, Walser, and Tavo are all very close together. Imagine what it's like on race course right now. They're all on each other's dust. Toby Price hasn't updated in 2 minutes. Alan hasn't updated in 4. So if anybody needs to look for people, just let me know. We're going to refresh here. Toby Price, 0 minutes ago at mile marker 149, so he's pushing 150. And here the track gets very close to each other, so I would assume some racers are going to see each other passing by. Alan Ampudia has not updated. Polvardi hasn't updated. Walser, Tavo have not updated. Kevin Thompson and Justin Lofton are currently battling, going back and forth from first and second within each other. And they're catching up to these guys, but they have not updated, obviously. Bryce Menzies, 2 minutes ago, passed. Luke McMillan has not updated in 8 minutes. Rolf Hanlon is your first Trophy Truck Legends car, following by Tavo Sr. Brock Dickerson is your first two-wheel drive trophy truck. Tracy Graff, Eric Husted from St. George, Utah. Tracy Poole, Greg Adler, Jack Algus, Cameron Steele from San Clemente, California. Dave Taylor, and Dan McMillan's tracker has not updated in 20 minutes, so I would assume he's up by Rolf Helland and Tavo Sr. Kit Stokes has finally updated, and Kit Stokes is actually making a lot of time. He started like fourth to last out of all the trophy trucks and is now past here. Rob McCachran in the brand new Fastball Racing and Fishing all-wheel drive Jimco. He started in almost dead last of the trophy truck qualifying due to a torque converter. Cody Reed is our lead Class 1 driver. He is at 81, followed by Cody Parkhouse, Kyle Quinn, and Brad Wilson. Jason McNeil, EJ Herbst. So EJ Herbst is your lead. A new leading spec truck with Jason McNeil right behind him. Here we go. Here is a change. Cody Reed's at 81 still. Dallas Luttrell in a trophy truck. EJ Herbst is your lead spec truck. Cody Parkhouse is second in the Class 1s. Thor Herbst in second in spec truck. Brad Wilson third, and Kyle Quinn fourth, all for the Class 1. Jason McNeil is in third, rounding out your top three for spec truck. Then Abdali Lopez in the Brenthal truck. Then Bryce Swaim. Then Justin Davis. Then Cade Garcia, Stephen Beal, Creel, Ethan Hagel, and Ryan Hancock. So Ethan Hagel has made up some positions. Let's look for Ben Hagel. If we go down here, Maverick Gaunt in the 258, Scott McNeil, Gabriel Torres, Kevin Shields is not doing the best. Elijah Kiger is falling behind in his class. Tanner Rust behind him. Bruce Yee is your lead 10 car with Dale Eberts behind, and then Stan Potter. Let's look for our lead UTV. Ted Baker, Jason Shipman. Our lead UTV, Brock Hager, still at mile marker 40 with Wayne Matlock behind him. Where did Brandon Sims go? Brandon Sims is third at mile marker 39. Looks like he's off course. Same as Mike Caffro. I do wonder if he broke. Vito right behind him. Let's look for our lead unlimited UTV class. Unlimited UTV, we have our leader right here. Phil Blurton is your leader at mile marker 30 with Mark Burnett behind him. Somewhere behind him, Matt Burrows still in fourth. Started first, I believe. Brandon Walsh, Adrian Garcia, Gabe Matthews. That means where is Caden McCachran? Our first 12 car, Mario Alcala, is at race mile 18 with Carlos Albanez and then David Caspino. Let's check back with our trophy trucks. Okay, this is very cool. Alan Ampudia has updated and he's still in the lead. 156. Toby Price, they both haven't updated in 2 minutes, so they're still probably together. Polvardi is in second at race mile 150 now. Mike Walser, and then Bryce Menzies, then Kevin Thompson, then Justin Lofton, and then Tavo. Luke still hasn't updated. Dan McMillan has finally updated, and he is at race mile 129, so he still has a shot at this. Cameron Steele and Brock Dickerson are together. Cameron Steele's way off course. I wonder what's going on over there. Remember, guys, if you're looking for anybody or class leaders in particular, just let me know. It does look like it's refreshing while we wait to see if the leaders have changed. We have Alan Apudia and Toby Price. Alan hasn't updated in a minute, and Toby Price hasn't updated in a little bit. Polvardi's still there. Bryce Menzies passed Walser, but Walser still hasn't updated. Kevin Thompson pulled away from Lofton, but Lofton has not updated. Tavo has not updated. Luke still has not updated. So I would assume Luke is probably around Bryce and Walser right now, but not sure. Let's see here. Bryce Menzies still up there with the new wrap, the yellow Red Bull wrap. Wow, look at this, guys. Christopher Polvardi updated 3 minutes ago, so he's still somewhere around 151. But Toby Price and Alan Apudia, Alan is probably still in the lead. He hasn't updated in 2 minutes, but they are way ahead of the rest. They're 10 miles ahead of Polvardi right now. And then from Polvardi to Bryce is a little gap, and then we have a couple of huge front runners right here with Luke Millen still not updating. Brock Dickerson is your lead two-wheel drive truck. Let's see if it updates and shows him at a different spot. Let's see here. Dan McMillan is updated. He is at mile marker 134. Brock Dickerson. Cameron Steele updated. He is your lead two-wheel drive with Brock Dickerson a minute behind tracking. Eric Husted is still up there in the top 10 of the four-wheel drive trucks. Tracy Poole's up there. Tracy Graff. Justin Bean Smith in that truck. Jack Olagus. Greg Adler. Mikey Lawrence. There's a great race going on up here by mile marker 130 to 135. So, let's see here. It's going to refresh now. See if Alan Apudia's in the lead. It has updated. Alan Apudia and Toby Price are both within a mile of each other. So they've been battling out this whole entire race. Tavo is updated in third. Polvardi still hasn't updated. Bryce hasn't updated. Mike Walser hasn't updated. Kevin Thompson hasn't updated. Lofton hasn't updated. Dan McMillan is right here catching up. Cameron Steele, Brock Dickerson, Luke McMillan hasn't updated in 20 minutes. Eric Husted. Tracy Graff has passed Tracy Poole at mile marker 128. Then Jack Olgas, Greg Adler, Mikey Lawrence. Which means where did... Oh, we have another update. Where is... Alan Impudia pulling away from Toby Price now. Polvardi still not updated, not updated, not updated, not updated. Dan McMillan still pulling ahead. Cameron Steele still a little bit behind. Brock Dickerson and Tavo Sr. are battling it out. Eric Husted is catching up again. Luke McMillan has not updated. Where did Justin Bean Smith go? That's my question. Here we have Rob McCachran in the Fastball Racing all-wheel drive Jimco truck. They are now at race ball 104. Our leaders are about to update times. Wow, it's a pretty big gap now. It's within a 2-mile gap. It was within hundreds of feet. So we'll see what happens now. Here we go. Alan Impudia and Toby Price both have updated, and they're within 0.3 miles of each other. Both Alan's going 10 miles an hour faster, with Tavo 2 minutes behind, or 2 minutes not updated, but he's at 152. He's about 10 miles behind them. Bryce Menzies is updated. He's at mile marker 150 now. Polvardi hasn't updated. Mike Walser hasn't updated. Harley Lettner not updated. Justin Lofton not updated. Dan McMillan and Cameron Steele are battling it out, with Brock Dickerson finally updated. Still battling out. Looks like he passed Vildosa Sr. Those two have been going back and forth all race. Eric Husted at 132 now from Utah. Luke McMillan has not updated. Jack Olgas and Tracy Poole are battling it out. Refreshing again. If anybody wants to see anybody in particular, just comment. Tim Herbst is catching up slowly. Same with Dallas Luttrell and Rob McCachran. Bryce Menzies updated again. He's now flying, trying to get past Tavo. Tavo is 3 minutes behind, so he's probably about mile marker 155. Alan Impudia has now pulled away from Toby Price within 2 miles of each other. It was 0.3 miles, so they are definitely 100% still battling each other. If anybody's looking for anybody, just comment. I'm trying to get this to refresh, but it is not refreshing the vehicle locations. Here we go. Toby Price has passed Alan Impudia, but they both have not updated. So there's no really way to tell. They're now going to be gaining. They're 100% going to be gaining a lot of altitude now, going up 2,000 feet of where we started the race from in these mountains over here. As we go more inland from the ocean. Has Bryce Menzies updated? Bryce Menzies has updated. He's passed Tavo on time, even though Tavo has not updated. Bryce Menzies is definitely trying to come back from this. Polvardi hasn't updated. Walser not updated. Kevin Thompson not updated. Cameron Steele and Justin Lofton not updated. Brock Dickerson and Cameron Steele are still very close to each other. It's about to refresh again, and we'll see if anything has changed. Eric Houston at 136. See if anything's updated down here. Alan Impudia hasn't updated, so Alan Impudia is still probably in the lead by about a mile. Tavo has finally updated. He is third overall at 160 with Bryce Menzies at 155. Pulvardi not updated, so Pulvardi is actually still ahead of both of them. Most people here have not updated. Cameron Steele haven't updated. Brock Dickerson. Dan McMillan is here, but Eric Houston has passed him on time. Most people have not updated, which gives a lot of people anxiety because you never know if your guy's actually stopped or where he actually is because it's not tracking. Alan Impudia 4 minutes ago, Toby Price 0 minutes ago. So yeah, they're still close. I'd say Alan probably has him by 2 miles right now if it was updated. Let's start a poll. Toby Price update. Right here, he is at mile marker 169.7, heading up into the mountains. Alan Impudia might actually be ahead of him though, because he hasn't updated in 5 minutes. Here, we'll see if he updates with right now. I started a poll of who do you think will win. I'm only allowed to put 4 answers on there, so you can choose from Bryce, one of the McMillans, Impudia, or Toby Price. Muhammad, I have your update on Alan Impudia and Toby Price. Toby Price is behind Impudia. His tracker is updated. Toby Price is at 169 still, with Alan Impudia behind him. Luke's tracker updated after 23 minutes of being down, and it looks to me Toby Price has updated again. He's at 170 now with Alan Apudi at 171. Luke McMillan finally updated. He's in third with Tavo and Bryce Menzies right behind him. Christopher Polvardi hasn't updated in 20 minutes. Same for Mike Walser. Same for Harley Letner. It looks like Tracy Poole has beat Cameron Steele and Tracy Graff. Cameron Steele actually has not updated, so probably not. Justin Lofton hasn't been updated in 20 minutes. Jack August right behind them, then Mikey Lawrence for the two-wheel drive top 5. Let's look back at our leaders. Alan Apudia, Toby Price. Yep, Alan is still in the lead. Guys, make sure to go vote in the poll that's in the comment section. Guessing who will win, or comment below. Thank you, Muhammad. I really appreciate your work. Thank you so much, man. Just trying to give you guys information on what's happening. Because obviously I'm not at the race, and you guys aren't either, so I'm really just trying to help you guys out. Let's see here. It's currently refreshing the leaders. Does anybody want to get an update on anybody? It's still not updating. It's taking forever to update here. Thank you to all 10 people currently watching. Make sure to go in the comment section and vote. Who do you think will win? Bryce, one of the McMillans, Ampudia, or Toby Price? And if you think it's somebody else, make sure to just comment. Alan Ampudia and Toby Price are right next to each other within 1.1 miles of each other here. They're in a super techie spot right now. Let's see. Bryce Menzies is currently ahead. Tavo has not updated. Same for Luke. So Bryce Menzies is definitely top 5, but we're not. Actually, we might not even be sure because Polvardi and Walser haven't updated in over 20 minutes. Same as Harley Letner. Same as Justin Lofton and Dan McMillan. Let's try to refresh the whole entire window and see if we can get updates right now. We have 2 votes. Somebody's voting Bryce Menzies. I'm going for Bryce Menzies myself. I want Bryce Menzies or Eric Husted from Utah to win. We have 50-50, Toby Price versus Bryce Menzies. Come on, guys. We need people to vote in this poll over here so we can get a final decision and a final say before I end this poll. Okay, I have officially refreshed the whole page. We'll see if people's trackers are working now. Vehicle classes, 4 wheels, only show 4 wheels. Sweet. Okay. It says Toby Price is ahead of Alan by 0.1, so that's like, what, 300 feet? But Alan hasn't updated in a minute, so I'm assuming they're right next to each other for sure in this techie spot. They're definitely gaining elevation here. They're about at almost 750 feet of where you guys started at the start line. As we look here, Bryce Menzies at 164 now. Nobody's updating. Absolutely nobody. We have 3 votes in here. Another person has said Bryce will win. I'm sorry, Muhammad, but I don't think Toby Price will win looking at these votes, man. Gotta get your buddies in here and vote for Toby Price. Let's see, they both have not updated in 2 or 1 minute, so we'll see. Here's the weather. Of the whole world. We're refreshing. Oh, we have 4 votes in. Some people say Toby, some people say Bryce Menzies. We need another tiebreaker vote in this poll over here. Come on, guys, let's make it happen. I'm saying Bryce Menzies, but I can't vote because I made the poll. Toby Price has updated. He's at 175 with Alan Apudia 3 minutes behind. Bryce Menzies has not updated, with Luke McMillan not updating either. Some people haven't updated in over 25 minutes, which is crazy. We're approaching mile marker 180. They have made the turn at most about half the field. Yeah, Toby Price is a heck of a dude from Dakar. I would say, did you hear that he got dropped from KTM for dirt bikes? So he'll probably switch over to a cage or do more trophy truck stuff. Toby Price still in the lead at 175. The reason in the chat that says NA, we have no evidence of no association. Yeah, let's go Toby. 1 minute ago, he's still ahead of Alan, but Alan hasn't updated in 5 minutes. The reason I say NA for third, fourth, and fifth for our top 5 is because Bryce Menzies hasn't updated in 5 minutes. Luke McMillan, 11 minutes. Tavo, 13 minutes. Rock Dickerson looks to be passing everybody on course, and he is in 5th place overall in a 2-wheel drive truck. But that is not correct because nobody's updated. Look at 24 minutes since updated. 2, 26, 23, 15, 27, 17. Yeah, for sure. I would say Luke McMillan is probably in 3rd right now with Bryce or Pulvardi in 3rd, 4th, 5th. Nobody's updated, which is crazy to me still. Bryce Menzies has updated now. He is at race mile 170 with Alan Impudia is officially ahead of Toby Price again. 177 versus 176 3 minutes ago. So they're probably still definitely very close in all this techie stuff right here. Somebody wants to see the lead UTV. Okay. Lead UTV right here, Brock Hager still, with Wayne Matlock and Brandon Sims chasing him down. After that, Mike Caffro to round out your top 5 is Max Eddy Jr. We're refreshing here again. Oh, guys, Christopher Polvardi has updated his tracker after 26 minutes of it being down. He is currently third at mile marker 174, 2 miles behind Toby Price, and Bryce Menzies is 4 miles behind Polvardi. So right now we have Ampudia, then Toby, then Polvardi, then Menzies, then updating again. Let's see if there's any big news happening. It looks to me Toby Price is in the lead, but still Allen hasn't updated. Polvardi still there, Bryce still there. Luke McMillan hasn't updated. Tavo hasn't updated. Tavo Sr. hasn't updated. Brock Dickerson is definitely pulling away from the rest of the two-wheel drive field. Tracy Poole's the next two-wheel drive, and he's 152. He's 5 miles behind. Mike Walser hasn't updated in over 30 minutes. Kevin Thompson hasn't updated in 30 minutes. Cameron Steele hasn't updated in 30 minutes. Dan McMillan hasn't updated in 30 minutes. Rob McCachran is catching up. Rob McCachran in the brand new Fastball Racing Jimco all-wheel drive truck. We have 6 votes on the poll. I will end the poll when it hits 20 minutes. So in 6 minutes, the poll will end. So make sure to go predict who you think will win in the poll in the chat section. And comment if you guys want to see anybody in certain. Rob McCachran, like I said, in the Fastball Jimco all-wheel drive truck. There's no testing on that truck. And he did not even qualify. And it looks like he is definitely catching up from where he started. We're about to hit a refresh again right here. Refreshing. Is there any woman drivers? Yes, for sure. There's one that comes to mind in particular. And she is actually almost leading the UTV race. So you have Brock Hager in the lead for UTVs, and then Brandon Sims, then Wayne Matlock, and then Mike Caffro, Max Eddy Jr., and then Justin Lambert, Vito, Elliott Watson, Kristen Matlock. This is a girl right here. Kristen Matlock in the 1854 at mile marker 60. She is the first woman. She's the first girl driver right now on course. I don't know how many women in total are racing, but she's definitely the first one that comes to mind. She's been here for a long time. We're about to get another refresh to update. Five more minutes till I'm closing this poll, guys. Make sure you choose who you want to see win. We have a lot of Toby Prices. We have a lot of Bryce Menzies and Ampudias. $16. Cameron Steele is at 159. He is in the top 12 for trophy trucks right now, but he's second or third in the two-wheel drive trophy trucks. But he hasn't updated in 6 minutes. The only person in front of him that is a two-wheel drive, I believe, is Brock Dickerson. No, it looks like yeah, it does actually look like he is the lead. Rebel Cav, Bob is the lead. If we look here, Cameron Steele is ahead of Brock Dickerson. They both have not updated in 7 minutes, so they're probably very close. Tracy Graff. Tracy Poole is your third two-wheel drive. Tim Herbst is your fourth two-wheel drive. Jack August is rounding out your top 5 with Mikey Lawrence right behind. Eric Husted's at 144. We have 3 minutes until we're ending the poll on the chat, so make sure you ask and put in who you think will win out of those 4. Let's check out our leaders. Toby Price is in the lead by a landslide, but Alan Ampudia has not updated his tracker in 7 minutes, but we'll see here after it updates again. Here we go, Alan Ampudia. Like I said, he just updated his tracker. He is ahead of Toby Price by 2 miles. Toby Price going 50 miles an hour, him going 36, but he's in this little mountain range here. So Alan Ampudia is still your leader. Toby Price behind him. Christopher Polvardi is in 3rd or 4th. We're not sure because him and Bryce Menzies both have not updated. He's probably in 3rd. Then Luke McMillan hasn't updated in 20 minutes. There's a lot of people who have not updated, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's just because they're in a different country, so it's not gonna be perfect. Let's refresh vehicle locations and check again. Refreshing vehicle locations. Let's check here. Toby Price is updated. He is ahead of Alan Ampudia again, but Alan hasn't updated in 2 minutes, so they're still very close. Bryce Menzies finally updates. He's at 176, slowly catching up. Christopher Polvardi hasn't updated. Brock Dickerson finally updated. He is your first on track for two-wheel drive trophy trucks. Tracy Graff updated. Cameron Steele hasn't updated in 10 minutes. Then Tracy Poole. So, okay, I'm going to end the poll on YouTube. And it looks like 9 people voted. And most people said Toby Price would win. And then Bryce. And then Ampudia. And then McMillan. We're going to start another poll up here. What is the best score race? San Felipe 250, Baja 400, 500, or 1000? We're going to look back at our leaders here, see what updated. Toby Price is ahead of Alan and Pudia on time, but Alan has not updated like usual. Bryce Menzies is updated again. He's still slowly catching up here. We're going to refresh again, see where everybody's at. If it will refresh. Okay, it refreshed. Let's see. Toby Price at mile marker 190 now. He has about 100 miles to the finish line. Alan Pudia is 4 miles behind him, but hasn't updated in 4 minutes. So they're still probably right next to each other. Bryce Menzies still at 176. Pulvardi hasn't updated. Brock Dickerson hasn't updated. Let's see here. Toby Price still in the lead. Bryce Menzies has just updated. He's at 178 now. We're refreshing vehicle locations. And Toby Price hit mile marker 190 officially now. Alan Pudia still has not updated, sadly. Bryce Menzies is at 180 now. Pulvardi hasn't updated. Brock Dickerson hasn't updated. Tracy Graff has hit mile marker 165. Luke McMillan hasn't updated in 30 minutes. Mike Walser hasn't updated in 45 minutes. Same for Kevin Thompson. Same for Justin Lofton. Same for Dan McMillan. So there's a lot of people with tracker issues. And a lot of people are having tracker issues up by Laguna Salada. So refreshing. We are going to see. Guys, make sure you vote for the poll that's in the chat section. What's the best score race? San Felipe 250, Baja 500, or 400, or 1000. Make sure to go vote for that. And Toby Price at mile marker 193 now. Alan Pudia is still there. Bryce Menzies. So yeah, most people are not updating. We're currently gonna keep stream running. And I will be back. I'm gonna keep the stream running right here. And you guys will see it, but I won't. And I'll be back to update you guys on everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. I am back, and let's check in with our leaders. It looks like Toby Price and Alan Impudia are within 0.3 miles of each other, and Alan Impudia has not updated in 2 minutes. After that, Tavo has finally updated after 21 minutes of being down. He's at 190 with Bryce Menzies at 186. Christopher Pulvardi still hasn't updated. Cameron Steele finally updated. He's ahead of Brock Dickerson. After that, Luke McMillan still hasn't updated. Rob McCachran is at 160 now. And we're going to end the poll. And most people said the Baja 500 is the best. Okay, Rob McCachran, Chad Broughton, Kyle Quinn has passed Cody Reed for the lead Class 1 car. Jason McNeil is your leader in Trophy Truck Spec with Thor Herbst and EJ Herbst right behind him. Mike Walser and Kevin Thompson haven't updated in over an hour. And look at this. We have a huge battle of Aldali Lopez, Justin Davis, Cade Garcia, Bryce Swaim, and Ruben Torres all racing it out right there. Toby Price is at mile marker 201. And Alan Impudia is at 197, but he hasn't updated yet. Christopher Pulvardi finally updated, and he is currently in third. He's chasing down Alan Impudia currently. He's at mile marker 195. He hasn't updated in 21 minutes, and now he's back. Tavo is still... He's now going to not update for a while, probably again. And he's back to fourth, and Bryce is in fifth. You round out your top five. Brock Dickerson and Cameron Steele still duking it out. Let's see. Toby Price updated again. He's at 200 now. With Alan Impudia not updated in 5 minutes. Tavo is updated again. He's right behind Pulvardi now. And Bryce is still pulling towards them slowly. It looks to be that our leader is Toby Price at the highway crossing. He is at 201. with Alan and Pudia updating. They're all updating right now. Let's see here. Wow, okay, Alan and Pudia updated. He's at 204 currently, and Toby Price is at 201. So Alan and Pudia is still in the lead. Tavo and Pulvardi are battling it out at 194. Pulvardi's probably still ahead of him because he hasn't updated in 3 minutes. After that, Bryce Menzies is at 186 still. He hasn't updated. Anybody else update? We're waiting for a lot of huge front runners. 4 of our biggest racers from this race that all qualified in the top 7 are all not updating. So they could be anywhere from first by 5 miles to 5th place right now, and we don't know. So let's look at Rob McCachran's tracker. He's currently active, going 0 miles an hour, it says. Refresh vehicle locations. Alan and Pudia just updated again, and Toby Price. They're about 2 miles from each other. Chavo and Pulvardi haven't updated. Bryce hasn't updated. So yeah, it's still about the same. Everybody right now. Alan and Pudia is approaching one of the highest points of the race at 2,000 feet, and then they're going to drop back down to a valley super fast all through there, and then they're going to be going up again, hit the highest point of 2,150 feet on the course, drop back, hit a little G out right here in the topography, go up, and then just slowly drop all the way back as they go towards the ocean again. Huge news, guys. Luke McMillan just updated his tracker 1 minute ago. He is officially your 4th place trophy truck. He is 0.7 miles behind Tavo Vildosa. Could be right with him, actually, because he's a minute behind. After that, Bryce Menzies still hasn't updated, blah, blah, all the same stuff. Alan and Pudia at 206. Toby Price 204. Tavo updated. He's ahead of Luke. Bryce Menzies has officially updated again, guys. Bryce Menzies is at 195, right behind Luke McMillan. Brock Dickerson is your first 2-wheel drive truck at 180. If anybody's looking for a certain racer in particular or a certain class to look at, let me know. We're updating. See what happens here. Tavo. Bryce Menzies has passed Luke again. Well, of course, Luke, he hasn't updated again. Keeps doing that. Toby Price and Alan are very close to each other, but Alan has not been updated in 2 minutes, so we never know. Tavo's updated again. He's at mile marker 200 now. With Bryce Benzie's at 198.5 now. Luke hasn't updated in 4 minutes, and Christopher Polvardi's yet to update in 10 minutes. Some people, if we go and take a look back here, Mike Walser hasn't updated in an hour. Kevin Thompson has updated in 56 minutes. Justin Lofton hasn't updated in an hour. Dan Quillen hasn't updated in an hour. So Ethan Hagel's not doing bad. Lead bikes? Yep, for sure. Let's go Moto Quad. It should be Adrian Ortiz is about to finish with Austin Eddy behind him, then Juan Carlos Salvaterra, then Arturo Salas, and Fernando Beltran. Let's see. Yep, Adrian Ortiz should be finishing. Adrian Ortiz is the lead bike who just probably won the race. Let's see if he goes to the finish. Yep, Adrian Ortiz is your winner with Austin Eddy behind him. Then Juan Carlos Salvaterra, then Arturo Salas, then Fernando Beltran, Justin Morgan, Sergio Jimenez, Armando Ortiz, Ramirez Jr., Francisco Septin, and Nathan Davis. So there's a pretty big gap between mile marker 240 and 250 between them. We're refreshing here to look at the cars and trucks. Eric Magana, I hope that helped a little bit. Let's see if this thing will refresh. Here we go. Refresh for the cars and trucks. Toby Price at 212. Alan Impudia 7 minutes ago was at 206, so he's probably still ahead. Luke McMillan. Mike Walser has updated after an hour and 3 minutes of being offline, and he is now in 4th with Tavo and then Bryce. Christopher Polvardi still isn't updated. Brock Dickerson, Becky Lawrence. So yeah, I hope that helped, Eric. Just so you guys know, to refresh, Toby Price is not your leader because Alan Apudia has not updated in 7 minutes, and Alan's been in front of him the whole race. So I would assume Alan's in the lead. Let's see if Alan refreshes here. Wait for him to refresh. Yep, like I said, Alan and Pooty's in the lead at 2:15. Toby Price 2:13. Then Tavo, then Luke, then Mike Walser, and then Bryce Menzies. Then Provardi is probably somewhere with them, but Provardi hasn't done anything in 14 minutes. Provardi's probably in front of Tavo, actually. He's probably around 2:10 or 2:07. We're updating again here. We have Alan and Pooty in the lead still with Toby Price behind him. Tavo, Luke, Mike Walser, and Bryce Menzies. Still the same thing basically this whole entire race. Kit Stokes is catching up by a lot. See, guys, two of our front runners, Justin Lofton and Kevin Thompson, haven't updated in an hour. Same as Dan McMillan, hour and 10 minutes. So don't expect them to be back there. Expect them to be the front, but we just can't be sure right now. Mike Walser's at 2:01. Luke McMillan's probably at like 2:04 or 5. Just hasn't updated. Let's refresh these vehicle locations. Toby Price is at 2:20, and Alan Pooty is at 2:15, but he hasn't updated. Tava is at 2:05 without an update. Let's see if they update now. Oh, here we have an update. Tavo is at 2:10 now. Bryce Menzies is at 2:08. Mike Walser's at 2:01 with Luke McMillan not updating. Justin Lofton has finally updated after an hour and 17 minutes of not updating. He is at 200. Cameron Steele finally updated. Pavardi has not updated still. Cameron Steele, Pob is your leader. Here we have another update. See, Alan Apudia is at 226 with Toby Price at 225. He just didn't update. Tavadosa is at 211 with Menzies at 210. Mike Walser is still over there. Luke McMillan's there. Justin Lofton. Dan McMillan has finally updated after an hour and 24 minutes and is at 195. Pulvardi still isn't updated. So now, soon, Harley Ledner and Kevin Thompson should be updating to a point where we can see him again. Alright guys, that will be the end of the stream. I will have my San Felipe 250 actual video from stuff my media guys got at the race up in about 3 days roughly. And I'm hoping you guys will all be there to watch that. But thank you for watching this live stream of live tracking, and we will see you either later towards the finish or at the Baja 500. Thank you guys.